wife be my girlfriend. Got no wife, but the wife be my girl. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. I don't know what y'all been told. Show it low back on the map, what's up? That's what happening there. And you know I keep flirt. 17.5, same color t-shirt. So what's happening there? I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. I'm hustling. Got units in the city. If you want it, come and get it. Work, whoa. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Got no wife, but the wife be my girl. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Don't look surprised, they can't hold me. I'm like, oh, bitch, I'm hard to lock up. You can beat me, still hard to lock up. Hit the west side, I made them stand up. CEO, Colonel, whatever they call me. Niggas can't wait, they'll be. They done got fat, it's that time, Jenny Craig. Now they show it low back. Oh, made them stop that, they didn't want that. People will make them suckers lean back, way back. Cause I'm the man, yeah, bitch, I'm the man. Catch me in the club, popping rubber band, cause I can. I like to stun a lot, see me in the parking lot. 645, the roof gone, yeah, I drop the top. Bitch, I'm the man, I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Bitch, I'm the man, I'm the man. I'm the man, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man, I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Got no wife, but the wife be my girl. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. The cars, the hoes, the life I chose. The ice is froze, my flow is cold. I'm hot for show, you know it's low. I been getting money way back in 94. The bass, my trap, and you know it be on fire. Before hell ain't get money, that's a motherfucking lie. Already got money, can't you look at me, dummy? I'm laced head to toe. Look how the way your whole show. Bankroll, unfold, I made it rain on them ho. Oh, photo, double on them ho. Bubba Kush, I blow, leave the smell on your clothes. I'm getting money in the hood and they already know. Whoa, bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Got no wife, but the wife be my girl. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Got no wife, but the wife be my girl. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend.
Warning, the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say viewer discretion is advised.
What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Make sure you guys come on in, hit that like button. Let me know where you guys checking in from. Gonna cook up real quick. I already know what's going on tonight. I already know it's the draft. So we probably gonna expect people to come in later, but I'll probably be off by then. I'm not gonna be on long because I got a wager. When Bronny gonna get drafted. So I do want to catch it to see if I won me some money. But come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know where you're checking in from. I say I ain't gonna hold you because I know people watching the draft. I know people want to go watch the draft. Shout out to St. Louis in the building. Shout out to Kelvin Birch. Kelvin Birch, where you been at? We ain't seen you in a minute. Thomas Lawson, what's going on? Great Polo. Jay Stokes. Shout out to all the MGM members. Shout out to all the moderators. Dante representing Chicago.
Nigga.
Jay Stokes. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Detroit, Michigan. Doing well on the box truck. Okay. Shout out to Pippi. Great Polo. Sharks World. What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? How is everyone doing? Shout out to everybody, moderators, MGM. How's everybody doing? All right, tonight, we're just going to get straight into it. I want to get in. I want to get out. Tonight, we're going to be talking about victim circumstance, right? Victimhood mentality in the box truck community. And it's bad, man. It's bad. I think one of the main reasons a lot of people are being held back. One of the other main reasons, it's a few main reasons. I think the main reason is something that I continuously talk about and have been focusing a lot on lately, which is operational costs, not understanding, not knowing what it costs you to own and operate your business, right? Then another thing is this victimhood mentality. And it was displayed. It was on display last night, you know, and the funny thing is I was going to talk about this yesterday until I realized I hadn't did a call-in show in 2 weeks. So I postponed this show from yesterday into tonight, but it was on display last night. All right. It was on display, like always, last night, this victimhood mentality, victim of circumstance, right? And I'm gonna be really, really brief because I don't think this deserves that long, but I'm gonna tell you something, and you know, if the shoe fits, wear it. Take it as you may, but business, you know, this victimhood mentality is victim of circumstance. That shit don't mean nothing in business. It means absolutely nothing. All right. For example, and I'm gonna use last night as an example. I'm gonna use the second guy, right, who was complaining about being new. All right, first of all, no one cares that you're new. All right, everybody has choices to make in life and decisions. Life is about choices and decisions, right? And if you decided to come into this industry, you're not the only person that's new. You're not the only person that's been new. There's people that have succeeded in this industry, and once upon a time, they were new. So say, oh, well, I'm new, that means absolutely, positively nothing. You're placing the blame on the fact that you're new. You're playing victim. A victim of circumstance. The circumstance is you new. The fact of the matter is no one really cares. The industry doesn't care. Your competitors don't care. The brokers don't care. The dispatchers don't care. The shippers don't care. The receivers don't care. No one cares. Victim of circumstance. Oh, well, you know, man, look at these rates on the board. So, look at them. When you place the blame on everything and everybody as far as the reason why you're not succeeding, you're playing this whole victim of circumstance role, right? You've ordained yourself as a victim, right? So by ordaining yourself as a victim, then this is what happens. People take advantage of you. This is why you get taken advantage of. This is why this guy last night is running at a loss. Victim of circumstance. No one cares. Why are you placing the blame on everybody and everything except yourself? You know what the opposite of a victim of circumstance is? Accountability. Taking responsibility, taking accountability for your actions, taking responsibility for your actions. That is the synonym for victimhood, or having a victimhood mentality, or playing victim of circumstance role. The opposite or synonym of it is accountability. Being responsible, taking responsibility for your actions. Your action was you decided to go out and get a box truck, get your authority, start a box truck business. Right? Now it's your responsibility to make sure that business is successful. There is nobody to blame. There is no occurrences, there's no situations, there's no individuals. You can't blame the rates, you can't blame the brokers, you can't blame the brokerages, you can't blame the fact that, no one, you tried a multitude of different box truck rental companies and this is the best rates you could get. You can't run the narrative that, hey, you wanted to buy a box truck because you didn't want to rent one, but no one would finance the truck, so you had to go through an equipment leasing company, and this is why your cost per mile is high, and you feel like you're getting robbed. But these are the only people that would give you the money to get the truck. No one cares that you are in the middle of nowhere. You're a middle American, and there's no opportunity for you because you're a middle American, right? And you don't want to go over the road, but you already went out and acquired a box truck with an equipment leasing company, and now you can't find no work. No one cares, right? And all the other scenarios that people blame shit on, as far as these narratives or individuals, nobody cares. The only person that you can hold accountable is yourself. Why? Because you made the decision. Everybody is a victim of circumstance. Listen, the majority of people that follow this channel, 9 times out of 10, the reason why they hit the subscribe button is because they identify with me in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? Most of us, right, kind of come from similar backgrounds, right? I don't think anybody that follows me grew up entitled, right? I don't think anybody that follows me grew up entitled. We all come from similar backgrounds, right? If I would have played the victim of circumstance role, I wouldn't have accomplished what I accomplished. Trust me, I was faced with all types of dilemmas and situations and things of that nature, and I had to overcome them. I never once pointed the blame or pointed the finger and said, oh, well, man, I can't find no work for these trucks, and it's because, man, ain't nobody giving me opportunity because I'm black. I'm young and I'm black, and I got locks, or I got braids. Man, these people ain't letting us hire us for move because we a black-owned moving company. You know what? I knew that would be the case. That's why I never marketed my company as a black-owned company. Oh, Mark, why you put a white man on the truck? Because I wanted to get money. Because I didn't want to play that victimhood mentality. I didn't want to play that victim of circumstance mentality that a lot of people that I see play. Because they want to place the blame while they can't get no money. I'm starting to think a lot of people don't like money. Listen, if you don't like money, why you start a business? Because anybody that likes money is going to do everything in their power to get money. There's no way on God's green earth I would start a business to do everything in my power to prevent me from getting money. Listen, that don't make no sense whatsoever. Listen, some of this shit that I hear makes no sense. Why would I start a business and do everything in my power to prevent the business from making money? What sense does that make? And then you play the victimhood mentality. The victim is victim of circumstance shit. Man, don't nobody care about your plight. Don't nobody care about your plight. Don't nobody care about you fucked up. Don't nobody care about if you just got out or you've been in a joint. Don't nobody care about you ain't got enough money. You came in with short paper. Don't nobody care about these brokers not giving you no opportunities. Don't nobody care about the rates. Don't nobody care about these equipment leasing companies. Don't nobody care about the fact that you can't find funding to buy your box truck. Don't nobody care about the fact that you can't get the rates that the next person get rates to rent a box truck. So your cost is high. Man, don't nobody care about none of that shit. And if you are a business owner and you are struggling and you place the blame and you fall into this whole victim of circumstance mentality, that's all you're going to be, is a victim. You already place yourself as a vic. No pun intended. Anytime you place the blame on somebody else or something else, you're playing a victim. You put yourself in a victim box. So the other parties, let's say the brokers, they can sense that. Oh, well, he want to be a victim. He's victimizing himself. So I might as well, treat him like a vic too. Why wouldn't they treat you like a vic? Man, I ain't never finna put myself in no victim category. I'm gonna figure it out. What do I always say? Running a business, majority of the day as a business owner is problem solving. Listen, if you can't solve problems as a business owner, you're not gonna make it. Business owners, successful business owners, don't complain and point the finger and place the blame and fall into a victim of circumstance category. They don't have a victim of circumstance mentality. The time that you spend in playing the victim and saying, oh, well, the rates is low and man, these brokers ain't messing with me because I'm on the new, or man, Penske won't go lower on my rate, or Ryder won't go lower, Enterprise won't go lower, or man, the 3PL, man, they gave me this bogus route, man, this way out, man, I'm going 200 miles. Listen, all that time you pointing the finger and blaming and pouting, you could be spending that same energy and that same time problem solving. That's why another reason a lot of people ain't succeeding, because they not taking the time to solve their problems. You taking the time to point the finger and place the blame and fall into this victim of circumstance and this victimhood mentality. You already know how I feel about if you don't know what it costs you to run your business. And then here's what kills me, man. This is what kills me. Why some of the people that be in the streets that sold all the dope, they can do the math when it comes to the dope, but you can't do the math when it comes to your box truck. How come the math be mapping when you be flipping the birds, but when it come to the box truck, you can't get the equation together? Can somebody substantiate that for me, please, in the chat? The math be mapping. When it come to them birds and them keys, that math be mathing, don't it? You know how to weigh that shit up precisely. You know how to bag it up precisely. When it comes to that box truck, you can't get that shit together to save your life. What's the difference? And then everybody want to compare it. How can you compare it? The math can math on something that'll send your ass to the joint, but the math can't math when you doing something legal. Make that make sense for me. Make it make sense. I've never once played a fucking victim. Never. That's a weak person. That's a weak mindset to have, especially in business. It's weak. You made the choice. If you can listen, if you come into business, box truck business, on the new, we talk about on the channel all the time. It's gonna be tough, especially if you're running this OTR, this middle mile. It's gonna be extremely tough. You know this already. People know this already coming in. So you have you have an expectation on what you're gonna be up against. So common sense says prepare for it. One of the ways to prepare for it is to educate yourself. Prep yourself, prepare, start putting your ducks in a row, start building relationships. I think the next thing would be to make sure you have enough capital. Like why does everybody think this? Like, I keep telling y'all this shit, this hope shit, it don't work in business. The whole crossing your fingers and hoping and shit, that shit don't work. I mean, you can do it, but that money ain't gonna come. It's not gonna fall out the sky. Don't be the guy that sits and, when they face with challenges and they face with problems, they smoke a blunt and they go to sleep and put it off and think it's gonna all go away in the morning. Or the person who, when they face with challenges and shit, they go to sleep and think when they gonna wake up the problem's gonna be over. Nah, man, when you a business owner, you meet your challenges head on. Because guess what? When you wake up, that shit still gonna be there. You can't run from your problems. Man, if you ain't no self-starter, you ain't no self-motivated individual, or you ain't no go-getter, then the last thing you should be doing, thinking about, is starting a business. Damn sure not a box truck business, and damn sure not something that's OTR. This shit ain't gonna figure itself out by itself. The business ain't gonna figure itself out by itself. You gotta figure this shit out for the business. The business is an infant. When you start a business, it's in infancy stages. It's just like a little bitty baby. I say this shit all the time. The way you raise your kid, you have to raise a business. It's the same shit. The everything you instill into your child when you raise up, you doing the same thing with a business. And then when your child gets older, it goes out in the world and it's able to sustain on its own because you raised it right. You put the morals, the values, the education. You prepared that kid to go out in the world and be able to sustain on its own. And then one day when you get old, it will come back and take care of you. Like most children have to take care of their parents when they get older. You start that business from its infancy stages. You build it up to the point where it's able to sustain. Once you invest in it, that initial investment, that's you feeding it life. And then all the research and the educating yourself and the hard work and effort that you put into the business to build it up so that it can be able to sustain on its own, so it ultimately can be profitable to start taking care of you in the form of money financially. You start a business to ultimately have the business take care of you financially. That's the purpose. But yet and still, I see people do everything in their power to prevent the business from making money. So then I just be confused. I be sitting here, like last night, my head, listen, when I tell you my head was throbbing, I wasn't bullshitting. My head was throbbing. I be perplexed. I be confused. I don't be understanding. I think people that start box truck businesses hate money. I think you hate money. Listen, there's no way you can love money if you're doing everything to prevent yourself from making money. You gotta hate the shit. I listen, I love money. I love money to the fact that I do everything in my power to make sure it keeps coming in. If it's educating myself on where to place my money and move my money to so that my soldiers can bring back more soldiers. And when I say soldiers, that's money. Then that's what I do. I don't spend my time. Listen, the draft is on. This is why it ain't that many people online right now, because everybody trying to see when Bronny gonna get picked. I can Google that later on tonight. That's more important. It's a Tuesday, Wednesday night, and normally I can come on here and be 100 some people on a Wednesday night, but everybody's watching the draft. Because that's more important. Bronny gonna be rich regardless. He already rich. It's more people that's gonna be able to tell me what number Bronny got drafted, and those same people that are in this industry won't be able to tell me what their cost per mile is. They can tell me who went number 1 in the draft, who went number 2, number 3, and what number Bronny got drafted, and they won't be able to tell me what their operational cost is. And this is why you have a victimhood mentality. It's why you're a victim of circumstance. This is why you can't figure this shit out. This is why you don't know your cost per mile. This is why you don't know your operational expense. This is why your business is never going to grow. And you're going to be like a hamster running on a wheel. You know, the whole layout of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. You can tell me who won the battle. You can sit down and have a debate on, when Drake dropped this song and then when Kendrick came back, and you can sit there and break the songs down and this, that, and the third, but you can't tell me what your operational cost is for your business. You can tell me about everybody else's business in detail, but you can't tell me what it costs you to run your business. And then when shit don't go your way, you play a victim of circumstance. Oh, well, man, I ain't never had no business before. This is my first time running a business, man. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I'm new. Man, that shit don't mean shit. Everybody was new. That shit ain't got shit to do with shit. I'm new. I didn't, I didn't have nobody, or all this shit that I be hearing, the brokers, all that shit, man, don't none of that shit mean shit. Everybody, we all came from the same background. I didn't know shit neither. Didn't have nobody tell me shit. Didn't know shit. Wasn't no YouTube stream. Wasn't no Instagram back then. Wasn't none of that shit. You know what I had to do? I had to figure it out. And you know how I figured it out? By educating myself. You know how also I figured it out? By understanding what it cost me to run my business, by paying attention to understand what it cost me from the very, very beginning, to understand what I could charge. so I can understand what I needed to profit so that I could continue to grow. Listen, don't nobody want to just be complacent. Oh, well, I'm just making it. I'm just getting by. That's a victimhood mentality. I'm getting by. Man, okay, you're going to get by until what? The cost of living continues to rise. The cost of living ain't standing still. The cost of living is going up and to the right. So when I hear people say I'm just getting by, to me, that's a victimhood mentality. That's a victim of circumstance. Cost of living is steady going up and to the right. Man, don't y'all understand? See, and this is what I'm saying. That victimhood mentality, that victim of circumstance shit, that's going to get you left behind. Man, we live in a capitalist society. Don't nobody care about all that victimhood shit. We don't care about none of that. You know why? Because I lived through it and they didn't care about the shit with me. I realized that shit early on. It didn't take me that long to realize that shit, that don't nobody give two fucks about your plight. No one cares. Just getting by. Just getting by? That's not enough in today's society. What you think this is, 1974? Oh, just getting by ain't enough. I'm trying to get it all. I'm trying to get as much of it as I can grasp. I'm trying to rob everything and everybody. Wherever there's opportunity, and I feel like that's something that's I need it. I need it all. Listen, y'all thought I was bullshitting? Y'all used to think I was bullshitting until I slowly started to show y'all receipts. I'm trying to take that. Listen, I'm talking to you. I'm trying to take your food off your table. If it's me versus you, I got to get it. I'm going to do everything in my power to get to it before you. And if you just so happen to get to it before me, I'm going to try to figure out a way to take it from you. Hey, look, Mr. 3PL supervisor, man, listen. Buddy ass keep not showing up every Monday. It's a pattern. It's a pattern every Monday. You call me to cover that route. Has any one of my trucks ever not showed up? No, Mark, your trucks is always okay. So listen, Buddy right there, every Monday, his trucks. It's like, why is it every Monday? Listen, I need that, man. But we just can't listen. Okay, you know what? No problem. Next Monday he don't show up, because next Monday the truck ain't gonna show up. Don't ask me for help. I'm just gonna focus on my trucks that I got in here. Don't ask me for no more help. I'm just gonna focus on my shit. Oh man, Marcus, is like that? Yeah, it's like that. All right, man, the route is yours. I need it. You know why I need it? Because the cost of living steady going up and I don't want to stay complacent. I'm not okay with just what I got. I want more. And I understand that there's people that's out there just like me looking to take what I got. Because it's business and we live in a capitalistic society. And I understand that. And I don't have a victimhood mentality. And I don't act like a victim of circumstances based on my background. I got to get it. Let me catch you. Listen, let me catch you lacking. And we in the same space. And when you see me and you see my equipment, my trucks, you better be on your best behavior, because we lurking. You listen, when you see me and we in the same industry and we in the same warehouse, be on your best behavior, because we lurking. I need it. I want you to understand. Listen, if I gotta show up because that dude in there, he got trucks The operation supervisors are scared of him because he's threatened to pull all these trucks. And if I miss a day, he's going to be lobbying for my route. And I can't afford to lose my route. I can't compete with that guy. It's a capitalistic society. I know how to play the game. I don't get in the game to lose or get in the game to just get back. I get in the game to win. Victim? What? Oh, well. Well, man, that's not fair. I only got one truck. I can't compete. Okay, so if I come in, I'm on the new and I got one truck and I see the guy over there is leaning on people, he got a fleet. I need to get a fleet. So listen, okay, whatever I need to do, I need to go get another truck. So listen, we finna delay this. We not finna do this. We not finna do that no more. I gotta have another truck. Let me set a roadmap and a plan. We gotta have another truck in 3 months. And then after that, we gonna break that down. We gotta have that third truck in another 2 months after that. Then we need to break that down after that. When we recoup that money, we need to go get another truck. We need to build our fleet up because we want to be able to lean on people like that guy. That guy has it figured out. He's bullying people in this motherfucker. This is what it's about. The little guy always loses. The little guy always loses. What you mean just getting by? That's to get, listen, just getting by is a loser. Even if you just getting by, the word should never come out your mouth. Just getting by and have the mentality to try to get more. I'm trying to get more. My mentality, I'm setting my game plan, I'm setting my roadmap to get more. I'm just getting by, but I'm not going to put it out there in the world because mentally I'm focusing on how to get ahead. Man, I'm just getting, man. Trust me, if I would have just had a just getting by mentality, I would have still been in them Penske trucks. I probably only would have been in one. I might have still been in the damn Avalanche. If I had just getting by mentality, I would have still been in the Avalanche. If I would have had a just getting by mentality and I happened to get out of Avalanche, I still would have been in the rental Penske truck or the second rental Penske truck, the third rental Penske. I probably would have never fucking bought a truck, never would have got a second or a third or a fourth or a fifth or a sixth or a seventh or an eighth or a ninth or a 10, all the way to 15. I would have never got a warehouse. I would have never did none of that shit. Never would have got an office. I would have never did none of that shit if I would have had a just getting by mentality and a victimhood mentality. Now, man, fuck all of that, bro. We ain't victim of circumstance. I come from the same background. First half of my childhood, west side of Chicago. Second half of my childhood, southeast side of Chicago. Mama still got to own the same house over there. Built my business in the same community I grew up in. Went to the public school right in the damn neighborhood, right on the east side. Same background. No entitlement. None of that shit. Same struggle. Same struggle. I didn't let the obstacles that presented themselves, the same obstacles that are presented still to this day, not the brokers and shit like that, but other obstacles that people use and play that whole victimhood shit. I didn't let that shit get to me. I found solutions. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I understand that people are prejudiced and people are racist and the type of people that I hire may be intimidating, and the majority of the people that hire movers are from another demographic, from the other side of the tracks or the other side of town. And if they look at my website and they get any inclination that this is a black-owned company, and there's some black-owned moving companies here in the city, And when you look at their reviews and look at the volume of work they do, it's a reason why. Because majority of people that book movers are from a different demographic. And the type of people that do moving jobs at that particular time now is predominantly Hispanic people, right? And immigrants, illegals, right? But at that time, it was felons, Hispanics, even Hispanic felons, basically people who the world wouldn't give opportunities to, right? In those days, there was a group of people, majority felons, the world turned their back on. They couldn't get any other job. They ended up having to be movers or roofers or some type of hard labor. So did I use that? Well, man, they ain't hiring me. I already knew that out the gate. I didn't even have to, man, we structuring this company like it's lily white. You would have never known I was a nigga was running this, boy. And that's the way I wanted it. And that's why I won. I didn't make no excuses. I didn't even put myself in that situation. I did what I needed to do. Because guess what? Once you booked the move and you saw them 3 niggas pull up, guess what? Ain't shit you can do now. It's moving day. And they went in there and did a great job. That's why our reviews were always high. And that's why I made a lot of money. No, we talking, we keeping it real. We gonna use the N word. We using the real words. We not sugarcoating shit so you can have an understanding. Wasn't no victimhood. We problem solved. I problem solved. You know what? I understand that these 3PLs, and at that time, the rates are still the same rates today. But I said, you know what? I can increase my margin by increasing my volume. I wanted to make more money. You know what I did? I increased my volume. I understand that if I increase my volume, even at low margins, I'm going to make more money. I wanted to make more money. I didn't take days off. No, my business was open 7 days a week. Until later on in my career. But the first 7, 8 years, we was 7 days a week. For the first 4, 5 years, shit, we ran on New Year's Day. I need it all. If it's on the table and it's right there, if it's right there, you mean to tell me it's right there? You put it right there for me. Hey, Mark, it's right there. What you gonna do? I'm gonna go get it. Think I'm bullshitting. And guess what? When I go get it, I'm knowing how much it costs me to go to where it's at to pick it up. Because if what it's costing me to go get it is more than what it is that they put out there for me, guess where I won't be going? I won't be going to go get it. That shit gonna stay right the fuck there. You better believe it. You better believe it. If I can't win that negotiation, because don't think every negotiation, and I linked on everybody I linked on, I won. No, we took some L's, some negotiations. I tell you all the time, XPO would not budge with me. When XPO bought Urban Express, they would not budge. They didn't budge. They didn't give a fuck about how many trucks I had. They didn't care about the fact of how we damn near saved it from Dynamics. We went over to Urban Express with IKEA to when they acquired Urban Express. They didn't care nothing about that. And they said, listen, we don't care nothing about that. It's going to be $33 a stop. And on top of that, listen, we need you to add a $3 million umbrella on top of it, and we need you to add workers' comp. So not only are we going to pay you less, we want you to pay more in insurance. A $3 million umbrella plus workers comp. We're gonna pay you less, but your insurance finna go up because we want you to add more coverage. Ain't that about it, bitch? So you know what I did? I said, all right, have a nice day. Today is our last day. Today is our last day. You won't see my trucks no more. Yeah, that was what, 6 trucks at that time for that one particular account. And guess what? When I got back, that was a long drive from Bolingbrook, from XPO in Bolingbrook back to the yard. That was a long drive. And that whole drive, I'm thinking like, God damn, I got 6 trucks now that I got to figure out where I'm going to put them. Did I accept something because, well, the trucks are already there? They acquired the company. We have been running, but now that they, are, folding that into that company and they running under their terms, well, this already here. I ain't got nowhere else for to go, so I'm just going to keep them near and just run 6 trucks every day at a loss? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Not this nigga here. So when I heard somebody last night talk about, man, ain't nobody else, man. This is all I can get. So I got. Listen, you gonna lose less with leaving the truck parked. Why would I pay to go run somebody else shit? Hey, so DJ Double, well, Pippi got you out. So check this out, D Double. The way and Pippi already deleted you, but I read it. I read it before she deleted it. Listen, I don't make videos. I do live streams. And live streams are live. So they can go for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I don't make videos. I'm not a content creator. If you don't want to watch the videos or you don't have time, don't watch the videos. I don't create videos. I live stream, which is what I'm doing right now. I can't get my message out in 15, 20 minutes. I can't answer everybody's question in 15, 20 minutes. So if this channel don't suit you, here's what I don't understand. If I got valuable information, watch the information. How can somebody that spends their time, my personal time, you don't see no banners nowhere on this damn channel, no sponsorships, no nothing. This is my time that I'm paying for all this equipment, all these screens, these lights, all this shit that's back here. Me turning my whole office into a studio to come here and cook up and give people the information that they need to win. And instead of just saying, all right, man, Mark, we appreciate you, you tell me how to make the... Hey, go find all them people in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2021, 2022 that sold y'all these dreams. Go find them people and hold them people accountable. All those people that y'all spent 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, those people you got the PPPs and you ran that money straight to them, I need you to go hold them people accountable. Because they help create this victimhood mentality. I need you to go find them people. And the more of these call-in shows that I do, the more live streams that I do, when I see people put this goofball shit up, right? And they say these things and they don't understand they cost and all this goofy shit, I can see why so many people in 2020, 2021, and 2022 got victimized. It's all clear now. You know why? Because a motherfucker could tell you anything in 2020, 2021, 2022, and you believed it. Why? Because you come up, you watch me, you like, damn, bro, you the best. You got, man, dad, man, you got the experience. Man, you been doing this. Man, you right. I watch all your shit, bro. You right, man. I don't know my cost per mile, man. But you still don't do the shit. And guess what? That's the shit that you need to do. That's the shit that's best for you. So I can see how a motherfucker could create a YouTube channel in 2020, 2021, and 2022 and sell your motherfucking ass anything, tell you anything, and you believed it. I see how. I see how so many people fail. I see how so many people is continuing to fail. I see how so many people that came in that listened to that dumbass bullshit, that Googleable bullshit, that shit that didn't even make no fucking sense whatsoever, that's hanging on by a fucking thread right now, is struggling because that bullshit they told you and they sold you, you believed it because you didn't do your own due diligence and you didn't have no fucking common sense. And you get butt hurt. I say, oh, understand your cost. We've been talking about cost for 2 weeks. 2 years, what's this, 24, 25, 26 months on YouTube. Still not one person has came up and knew their cost per mile. And the saga continues. The saga continues. We still waiting. 26 months in. I'm going to start taking wagers. When do y'all think someone is going to come up that actually knows their cost per mile? Or actually knows their operational cost? How long is it going to take? How many months? When I start cooking up, I cook up. I don't put a timer on the cook up. If the shit is 4 hours, if I got 4 hours, last night went 4 hours, you know why? Because 3 or 4 people tapped in and hit the link. And I made sure I spent the equal amount of time with each and every person. I'm gonna tell me to make my videos shorter, my live stream shorter. So when people come up and they got questions and they say, man, Mar, I need help, I'm supposed to be like, all right, you only got 5-10 minutes of my time? I ain't asked a motherfucker. When have you ever heard me ask a motherfucker for a fucking super chat? Never. I don't ask you for shit. Don't tell me about my time. Cause this is my time. This shit right here, you think this shit is free? This shit costs. It costs to stream. This shit ain't free. Like, why y'all think this shit free? This shit ain't free. This shit costs. Victim mentality, same shit. That whole shit. Listen, we could talk about the pandemic forever. Like that's it's so many like I can cook up on that shit forever and a day. I see why. Like, motherfuckers is really gullible out here in these streets. Motherfucker, listen, I'm going to go back and look at some of that goofball ass shit from 2020, 2021. I don't have any reason to watch that content because I already know this shit. I've been in this shit longer than any one of your favorite content creators. Why you think they won't take that $10,000 debate? They got so much money. They so knowledgeable. Take the debate. Mom's the motherfucking word. This is what you hear. Ever since I said that shit, crickets. you listen to the person that sold you the dream, that told you all the Googleable basic bullshit. But the shit that you really need to know that I kicked to you, that shit too hard. It's too much work. It's too much extra work. Hey man, I didn't think it was gonna be all that. What, you didn't think you needed to know what your operational cost was? You think you could just get a box truck, get into a box truck, go rent a box truck, get your insurance, you watch the content creator. When that shit be popping up on, that shit be so it just should be funny to me. It be all type of motherfuckers probably don't even own a box truck. They just do the little reels and they just be pointing up in the little fucking shit. Number one, get a LLC. Number two, and then they be looking at number two, get your DOT, and y'all just save, bookmark that fucking reel, and then just follow those basic ass steps. You go download DAT, and you think that shit that's just all it is. Oh man, listen, the sentiment is totally different now than it was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years. Listen, the sentiment is different now. Oh, it's a different sentiment right now, right? Sentiment different than a motherfucker. Everybody a victim. Everybody a victim. Step 3, put an old white dude on your truck. Check this out. Before I could brand my trucks, I knew what it cost me to run my business. Before I invested money in wrapping my trucks, I knew what it cost to run my business. This is why I could acquire the many trucks that I did and even be able to afford to wrap them. This is why it's 10%. This is why 10% win. This is why 90% fail. I don't like that. Like, listen, and I said I'm not finna be on here long. I just want to talk about this victimhood shit because I think it needs to stop. Stop placing the blame on everybody. Even if you follow your favorite content creator from 2-3 years ago and they got the best of you, don't blame them. You can't blame them. You got to blame yourself. Because if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And you should have did your own due diligence anyway. And like I always say, none of them people lied. They showed you their journey. They showed you 3 weeks ago. Just started my box truck business. Just picked up my first box truck rental. It said July 1st, 2021. And it was July 20th when you saw the video and you clicked the link and you bought a $500 course. Why would you buy a course with someone that posted a video 3 weeks ago that said they just started their box truck business? What the fuck you think they gonna teach you? They don't know shit. They only been doing this shit for 3 weeks, but you bought this shit. This is why my head be hurt, because motherfuckers come and blame these people, and they documenting their journey right there. One thing they didn't lie about their journey, because they put it right there. They put it on display, and you went and bought this shit. There's no way on God's green earth I'm going to buy a coaching, a mentorship, a course from somebody who's been doing this about the same amount of time I've been doing it, a few weeks before me. No way in hell. What can they tell me? What can they tell me? This is why all those people you just heard complain after complain after complain after complain after complain. Then when my black ass came on YouTube in 2020, when the shit started to hit the fan and really started to give people the real fundamentals of owning and starting a business, the differences between lanes, which lanes paid the most, the strategies, when I started talking about the economical climate of the trucking industry, when I started forecasting and telling people, yo, this shit finna go here, I started telling you, ain't gonna be no peak season. Remember, all the content creators laughed at me and created videos and this, that, third, and everybody waited for peak season because everybody thought they was gonna come get a good laugh out of Mark, and then it was silent than a motherfucker, and all you heard was. And guess what? All those content creators that thought it was going to be a peak season, that was promoting for y'all to come and get ready, go rent you some extra trucks. We finna run it up like we did in 2021. Peak season record. They made all that peak season content. Remember, it was a lonely old Mark over here. Yo, it ain't going to be no peak season. Hey, man, it's another guy. It's a new guy over there on that channel with a few hundred subscribers. He said it ain't going to be no peak season. When have you ever seen parents not go get their kids toys? No peak season. It's Christmas. All that shit. And then guess what? October came. This is what you heard. November came. This is what you heard. December came. This is what you heard. That's what you heard. Man, Mark, how you know it wasn't going to be no peak season? And then I cooked up and I told y'all how you can forecast what peak season is going to look like. How do you think I knew all that? So how many peak seasons you think I done seen? If I've been in this industry since 2010. Man, the rates are trash. No, they're not. The rates are normal. Man, no, they not. They trash. No, they not. They normal. Remember, everybody was saying that in the beginning of 2020 last year and shit. I said, man, the rates are still the same rates. And people still waiting for rates to go back to 2021. Like, there's literally people still saying the rates are trash and people are taking cheap rates and really waiting for rates to go back to 2021. No matter how much you explain supply and demand, just fuck all the free money that was given out. Like, that shit doesn't play a part. Like, I don't understand. Like, how can you not understand that with all the free money that was given out, people spent it, and that's what increased the value? Like, why doesn't this shit register? And then I have to hold accountability sessions and explain to you why 90% people fail and why only 10 people win. The 10 people that win, they understand everything that I'm telling you. Like, how do you think rates are going to be like they were in 2021? Why are you sticking around? Wait, listen, figure out a way to succeed right now. Rates are normal. Well, man, they cheap. No, the rates aren't cheap. The rates are normal. No, the rates are cheap. No, the rates are normal. Man, they taking cheap freight. No, your cost of operation is high, and or you don't know your operational cost, a la your cost per mile. Everybody's operational cost is different. You are a victim. You playing a victim of circumstance. You have a victimhood mentality because you losing. Let me explain something to you. If I'm in middle mile, I'm going to take cheap freight. You know why? Because I could take it at a profit. It's not going to be cheap to me. It's going to be cheap to you because your operational cost is going to be high. You know why? Because you did everything to prevent yourself from winning. Whether you listen to some retard that sold you a fucking dream, or whether you didn't do your own due diligence, right? Or whether you didn't really educate yourself or tap in with people that really understand this business, that are experienced, to educate you that the margins are very low in this industry and that your operational costs need to be low, and you always need to figure out ways and find ways to continue to lower them, right? Because the cost of living and the operational costs are going to continue to go up and to the right. The costs are always going to rise. The rates have been the same ever since I came into this industry. We educated you on that. Educated you on deregulation of trucking and the inception of the spot market. The whole purpose of the spot market is to keep rates low. Educated you on that. Educated you why. Educated that you more competition drives down rates. The whole purpose of the spot market is to bring in competition to keep rates low so those savings can be passed along to the consumers. Nobody gives a fuck about the trucker. It's all about the consumer. It's a double-edged sword because you are a trucker and a consumer. So you can't have it both ways. If you're gonna get it on the trucking side and you're gonna pay high at the register, or you're gonna have to figure it out on the trucking side and save at the register as a consumer. Which one is it gonna be? See, this is what I'm saying. You gotta understand business. You can't just think the shit revolves in your world. The whole purpose of the spot market is to continue to bring in people, which drives competition to ultimately lower rates, right? Because more competition lowers rates. And those savings are passed along through the supply chain all the way down to the point of purchase to the consumer. This is why I can get up here and people come up here like, damn, bro, I finally listened to you. You're right. Me understanding that, and the people that listen to me, they understand that, it helps them run a more successful business because they looking at the whole scope. They're not just looking at it from they fucking one little box truck lens. You and your little, listen, you got one box truck. And I'm not saying this to shit on you. I'm just keeping it a buck. The world doesn't revolve around you and your one box truck. The spot market is there to bring in competition, to keep rates low so those savings can get passed along to the consumer. I keep telling you, as long as you keep that in your head, that's going to force you to always keep in your mind that you have to do everything in your power to keep your costs low and to continue to keep your costs low and to continue to figure out ways to continue to lower your cost. I give you all the tricks of the trade. And still, you don't know what your operational cost is. You play this victimhood, victim of circumstance shit. And then there's a guy that's out there that understands all this. Man, you know what, Mark? Okay. Yeah, Mark. I heard Mark say this. Yeah. So let me, you know what? Nah, let me bet. Nah, yeah, I'm going to save on that. Let me cut costs. Are y'all offering a deal? Well, you know, let me lock me into that. I want to lock myself into that. That's a great deal. You know what? The fuel is cheaper about another mile down the road. It's about 5 cents cheaper. Let me go on down 5 cents down. Let me go down the road another mile and get diesel. That little 5 cents, that shit gonna add up because I gotta fill all the way up. I'm on a quarter of a tank. That shit gonna add up. Whatever you need to do to cut costs, can't get complacent. Gotta always figure out ways. But no, you come on my shit and say, oh, the brokers are working against me. Man, you seen these rates, man. These rates is trash, man. How can somebody make it off these rates? Simple. The answer is simple. You know what the answer is? Understand what you investing in. You didn't understand what you was investing into. Because if you understood what you was investing into, you wouldn't set yourself up for failure. This is why I say you must don't like money. Because you're doing everything to prevent yourself from making money. And we saw a classic example of that shit yesterday. That shit is still, listen, I got homies, my chick, she was like, man, this dude really got up there and said he's operating at a loss and continues to operate at a loss. Listen, that shit yesterday, that shit, and I salute him. Salute you, bro, for being honest and straight up. But come on. He ain't the only one that's doing that. It's a bunch of people doing that shit. If you put yourself in the mind frame of a victim, you're going to always be a victim because everybody that you have to come across is going to treat you like a victim. And especially if they see you on the news and you gullible, shit don't make no sense. Stop being a victim. Stop playing this victimhood, victim of circumstance. Be the opposite of victim of circumstance. Be a person that holds yourself accountable for your actions. Be a person that holds himself accountable. Stop blaming people for your shortcomings. In business, you can't place the blame on people. You can only place the blame on yourself. In business, you can't place the blame. When it comes to your business, you can't place the blame on nobody but yourself. That's it. If you're the head of your business, when the business wins, you get to take all the credit. When the business loses, you have to take that credit too. You at the helm. Everybody loves Elon when all the investors and all the stockholders are making money because of the decision he made or whatever the case may be. But as soon as the stock falls and it starts to go down and people start to lose money, oh, Elon can't keep his mouth closed, which is true. Oh, he don't know when to shut up. Man, why he just can't keep his mouth closed? The point that I'm trying to make is him being the helm of Tesla, Starlink, and all the other companies that the robot company, the chip company, all that shit. By him being, let's just use Tesla. By him being the helm of that company, when shit is going good and people are making money, he gets all the praise. When shit ain't going so good, people gonna find a way to give him all the flack, even if the shit ain't got shit to do with him. Right? So when you run a business, everything is on you. This is why you always have to make the best decisions. This ain't no hustle, bro. I think a lot of people think this box truck thing is like a hustle or something, because a lot of people treat it like a hustle. It's not. If you go out and you get an LLC or a corporation and it's a business entity, it's a structured business, it's a business. You can't treat it like a hustle. You're gonna continue to fail and wallow in your sorrow and shit. And I'm gonna be here this only thing I'm gonna do is hold you accountable. I'm gonna tell you what to do. I've already told you what to do. But if you don't get up and go do what you need to do, then that's not on anybody else but you. Oh yeah, it's hard. That too, I forgot that. Oh yeah, it's hard. No Diddy. It's hard. Pause. Especially at the beginning. That instant gratification, nah. I know they told you that in 2020 and 2021 and 2022 when they was dropping them reels and they was pointing and all that shit and the fucking shit was flying down. They told you, oh, you gonna run it up and this, that, and the third, and you got all excited. Man, that 20 just hit. It just hit too, didn't it? And you was ready. You thought you was finna be a business owner and shit. Yeah, that shit hard, ain't it? Mm-hmm. That shit, that instant gratification that you thought, it never came. It never came. And you ain't willing to do what you need to do to ever get to that level of success. And you ain't got it in you. I'm be honest with you. If you ain't got it in you, if you ain't got the work ethic in you, and you don't want to do what you need to do to make sure that you get money so that you can be successful, man, just give up. Just quit. Just quit. Because I'm telling you this now. It's only going to get harder. The costs are going to continue to rise. The rates are going to continue to stay the same, right? The costs are going to continue to rise. So not only do you have to figure out ways to make money and lower your costs, you're going to have to continue to figure out ways to make more money and to continue to lower your costs. Listen, so if you can't get this shit right here, then why waste your time? Just make it easier on the other people that know what they're doing and just take yourself out the equation. So there's just one less person that a person got to bid against, and that's just one less person that's in the competition pool that's ultimately lowering rates, because the more people that are in the competition pool, the lower the rates. Listen, if you can't figure this shit out, just give it up. It ain't for everybody. I'm telling you this. And I'm not saying, well, man, Mark, you should say, listen, it's not for everybody. I've had employees that worked for me. Y'all met one of them that tried to do what I did. Rob had a little success for a time period. There was some other people that thought they could do it. And then when they got in, whoa. It looks easy. Or it may look easy. Nothing easy about it. Ain't shit easy about it. Your brain is 24 hours a day. When you sleep, you dreaming about business. When you wake up, first thing, your brain starts scanning throughout your day. Your day is already planned, because if you a smart business owner, you already planned your next day the day prior. So now you just revisiting what you planned the day before for the current day. Phone ringing, email ringing, companies messaging you, emailing you. You getting them calls. You can't even listen to music driving into work because you on the phone. As soon as you walk into a swarm. As soon as you walk into the office, you walk into a swarm of just problems that need to be solved. And this is all day. Every day. A lot of people can't handle that. If you a person that you can't handle that, then this ain't for you. Not for everybody. And I'm not being funny. I'm just being honest. Everybody can't be a business owner. Everybody can't be a business owner. Not everybody's cut out. Just like everybody can't be a basketball player. Everybody can't be a baseball player. Everybody can't be everything. So this victim of circumstance trend. Now watch a lot of people start using this word. Just pay attention, because this victim of circumstance shit, right? Because that's what's going on. When I get people that send me screenshots of these Facebook groups, like I've never been on a Facebook group, never signed up for one. Some of these proprietors of some of these Facebook groups have reached out to me in the past and asked me to join. When y'all send me these screenshots of these Facebook groups, it seems like these Facebook groups is worse than the shit that's on Instagram. I don't even know why y'all be a part of these Facebook. If you a part of the Facebook groups for the theatrics and shit, for laughable reasons, then I get it. But if you over there to learn some shit, for the shit that y'all be screenshotting and sending me, yo, the only reason you should be over there is to laugh. All I see when you screenshot and you send me that shit is victims. People playing victimhood mentality, victim of circumstance, placing the blame on everybody but themselves. let's do a parallel. Let's do an exercise real quick. There's a national issue right now with fast food chains, right? All the fast food chains are struggling, right? Because the cost of operation has gone up, product has gone up, right? So what once used to be, an industry where a consumer could go and get a meal at an economical price, the price ain't so economical anymore, right? Now, you got markets like California where the governor, Gavin Newsom, has introduced just in that sector a minimum wage of whatever it is, $20 an hour for fast food, right? In most places here, a lot of the fast food places was already paying $20-something an hour to attract people in to come into work. It's probably retraced now because we've had, the migrant situation, the ones that have got work permits are integrating into those positions. But in California, for instance, it's so much of an issue there that a lot of the fast food companies, they understand that they no longer can operate, right, with the accelerated cost, right, or the absorb at the accelerated cost for them to run their business now with the wages that they have to pay. They just folding, they just closing. Right? So I say that to say this. They understand they met their fate. A smart business person understands when it's time to exit. Whether you exit in successfully or when you forced to exit. No one is going to operate a business at a loss knowingly. So if that is a case of you have no options because the laws of the land have prevented you from being profitable, right? Obviously, people are going to stop coming. People have stopped shopping at a lot of fast food restaurants. You've seen, what's the name? In-N-Out is going out from Oakland out there, or San Francisco or Oakland. A lot of McDonald's are closing out there. And what's happening is these, the franchisor, right, whether it be McDonald's or Burger King, are trying to figure out ways to create economical pricing, right, to drive consumers back into the fast food industry. Pizza Hut cut all their delivery off, right, because they can no longer afford to pay the Pizza Hut delivery. So now they have to rely on third parties like Grubhub and DoorDash and shit like that. These companies, some of these franchisee owners, they know when I made I can't operate at a loss. I'm closing. Some of them are having to adapt. They're still trying to figure out ways to lower their cost. So now McDonald's has a $5 meal they're introducing. They're going to run it for 4 weeks to test it out in certain markets. And if it works, then they're going to introduce it on a national scale. I'm telling you that to tell you this. There's an issue in that particular industry where they see sales going down nationwide because that economical meal is no longer economical. So they're figuring out a way to, ain't no more dollar menu, create a $5 package or a $5 meal to bring consumers back in. If fast food is built on an economical meal, then they have to keep the price point economical, or we're going to see that whole fast food sector just continue to disappear. So if you're in the box truck business, you got to do the same thing. You can't place the blame. If the state and the governor decides, hey, it's a minimum wage for employees that are in this sector, you got one or two choices. Either you're going to try to find a way to lower your costs or create some type of marketing strategy or some type of meal plan where you can still keep consumers coming in and keep your your product affordable at a profit, or you gonna fold. I don't hear McDonald's, I don't hear In-N-Out, I don't hear Burger King, I don't hear none of these, Wendy's, I don't hear none of these people going on the news and pointing the finger. They said, man, the governor went up, the state went up minimum wage, so we closing. The state went up minimum wage, so we testing out a new $5 meal. It's gonna be a 6-piece chicken nugget, a small fry, a small drink, and a whatever. And that person that is on a budget that can't afford a goddamn, what's that shit they sell at McDonald's? I don't eat that shit. What's that expensive, that Angus burger, whatever it is? They can't afford that. All right, well, boom, they can go get this $5 meal. They're gonna get them 6 nuggets, they're gonna get them a hamburger, and they're gonna get them a small fry. They're gonna be happy because that's all they can afford. And if they don't want that and they want something else, then they need to go make them some more money so that they can be able to afford whatever it is that's $10 and $15 and $20 on the menu that's driving people away. So either you're gonna take this $5 meal that we done conjured up for you and shut your ass up, or you need to go out and make more money so you can pay $19 or $15 for the meal that once was $7, but we had to raise the price because all the operational expenses are going up. So we had to raise the price on the consumer so that we can still be a profitable business. You know why they can make those decisions? Because they know what it costs to run their business. If they didn't know what it costs to run their business, when the costs go up, they would have kept the dollar menu. And guess what? The McDonald's that you've been seeing closing, it would be a lot more closing. You know why? Because they would have been operating at a loss for the past 5 or 6 years. It's so many examples out there that ain't even in the box truck industry for you to be able to model your business after. But you don't take the time to go do that. You want to go watch fucking whatever it is that you pay attention to the most part of the day instead of spending your day educating. How you driving a box truck and you got all day driving? You won't see nothing but grass and grass on that side, grass on this side, and black road with a white line in front of you or a yellow line in front of you. All you got is time to, depending on how your truck's at, I don't know if you got the Bluetooth where you can Bluetooth it or you got to listen to it in your ear pods. You have all day, 11 hours of driving time to educate yourself while you driving, just listening to shit. It don't necessarily have to be on trucking. It could be in different business sectors. You might pick up something here, something there, something here, something there, something here, something there. If you struggling or you new in the business and you're not business inclined mentally, or your business acumen isn't up there, and you understand that in order to be a more successful and a more competitive business owner, you need to increase your business acumen, then all 11 hours while you're driving, you should be consuming information. You should be consuming knowledge. The last thing that should be coming through your ears or coming through them speakers is some music. My 2 hours today in the gym, I didn't listen to not one song. I listened to an interview with RJ Scaringe. Because I need to understand that the money that I've invested into this company, are they going to turn a profit in Q4? I wasn't listening to no fucking music. I was listening to RJ Scaringe talk about how they going to, the way they finna take this company to profitability in Q4. To help me determine, do I need to invest more money? Do I need to divest somewhere else and to invest more into this company? I'm not listening to no music when I'm working out. I'm listening to interviews. I'm listening to podcasts. Why? Because I want to win. This morning, I'm listening to Jim Cramer. Meet Kevin. So I don't, and I'm not saying I don't listen to music because I do. But in order for me to stay ahead of the curve, right, and to continue to elevate, understanding that the cost of living is continuing to rise and that the money that I've accumulated, right, and the investments that I have, right, will never be enough. So some people will be like, well, damn, it'll never be enough. Anything can happen. I need more. I need more. I need people to continue to hate. I need people to continue to do all the shit because they fucked up. I need people to, as long as as here's the thing, and I don't want you to take this out of context. I want you to understand this. And it's people watching right now that's mad, right? Because they expressing they disdain it. And that's okay, right? Because we always drop the link. We always drop the link, but you don't never come up here. So just keep being upset from the confines of your basement. All right? Stay in your basement and continue to stay there. All right. But whenever you feel froggy, you can always hit that link. The way you hit that dislike button, you can hit that link too. All right. So make sure the next time you come on, you hit that link. Don't hide. Because if you so educated and you got so much knowledge, bring your monkey ass up here. Bring your monkey ass up here. And if you really feel froggy, bring a bag with you. If not, stay your funky ass in that basement. Continue to hit your dislike button from the middle America fucking sub basement that you live in because you pissed. All right, because you ain't got a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of. And you upset and you frustrated. It's hot. It's summertime. You ain't got no AC. You ain't got no central air. You ain't got no air conditioning. You got a box fan in your window, and you frustrated. You trying to fan yourself. You grabbing shit to fan yourself because it's rough for you, and it's gonna continue to be rough for you. But whenever you feel like you froggy, since what I'm saying is so bad, make sure the same way you hit that button, you hit that link. Until you hit that link, you a coward. If you think you can do better, then do better. Go to youtube.com and click start a channel. It's simple. You got two groups of people. You got the haves and you got the have-nots. There's no room for victimhood mentality. Not in business. The people who moist and they butt hurt, they the ones that hit the thumbs down. It's 3 of them. They ain't gonna hit that link though. They cowards. They never going to hit the link. They're going to continue to be cowards. They probably some of your favorite people that sold you dreams. And if they not them people, they some of the people who failing who think that everybody is taking cheap freight. And 9 times out of 10, it's the latter. It's the guys that are thinking that people are taking cheap freight because they're failing. But you're failing because you're ignorant. You're failing because you don't know what it costs to run your business. You're failing because you don't know your cost per mile. You're failing because you don't understand what you're investing in. You're failing because you are too scared to pivot and look into other lanes. You're scared because you're scared of hard work. You don't want to get your hands dirty. You're scared because you're probably a middle American, right? And you bought a box truck or a cargo van and you live in a small town and there's no opportunity and you're struggling, right? You failing or you mad because you probably DM me and I ain't responded to you. You mad because you rented a box truck and your box truck rental is high as hell and you can't profit. You failing for all these reasons because you doing everything in your power to help yourself fail instead of doing everything in your power to help yourself succeed. Is why you failing. Don't get mad at me. I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna continue to stream in the mornings, the afternoons, the evenings. All right. While you still try to figure this shit out. But the thing is, you watching. So you getting information, you just don't like how I'm giving it to you. Now ask me, do I care? Right? Because guess what? While you sitting in there with that hot ass, with that box fan, I'm chilling. What you trying to figure out, I already know. What you trying to do, I already did. That box truck that you I'm talking shit now. That box truck that you struggling to pay, I got 2 sitting. Fully insured, paying the storage fee every month. Been sitting for 2 years. Ain't a sweat on my brow. Just sitting, chilling. Paid for, just chilling. Chilling like a villain. Oh, no, I ain't letting them get to me. Every now and then I like to talk shit. Sometimes you got to entertain the trolls. Listen, I have to entertain the trolls sometimes. They're here too. They people too. I can't just, but I always wait to the end. I never let them interrupt me because they think when they come in and do the thumb that like that's supposed to mean nothing. Most of the time I ignore them, but today I'm giving them a little energy. Like that's supposed to mean so. Ooh. That shit don't mean shit. That don't mean like that. Like the whole YouTube is gonna like not put you in the algorithm. The channel's still growing. You're still here. You're still watching. You're in middle America. Fucked up. You in middle America fucked up. And you a coward because I drop the link all the time and you never come up. Come up. Bring your coward ass up here. You so much of a coward, I don't even know what you look like. You know what I look like and I'm calling you a coward. So that means you could pull up to me in public and I wouldn't know you was you. This proves to you how much of a coward you are. See, because I'm not worried about who you are. I'm not worried about what you look like. I'm not worried about the fact that I'm calling you a coward. Because I don't hide. I'm here. Drop the link, hit the link at any given time. You can come up here and you can tell us why, whatever your grievance is, why you had that grievance. And I can pretty much bet that it's because you're mad because I tell people that there's no such thing as cheap freight and to lower your costs, and you can't figure out your cost per mile, your operational cost, because you probably illiterate, you probably don't know math, you probably can't read. You fucked up. I want you to listen. I want you to understand this. I'm not the guy that's gonna like, you know, sometimes I wish you would hit the link. I really want you to hit the link. The next time, please hit the link. Please hit the link. But they forget. We already know who they are. So, all right. So, man, I didn't entertain the trolls enough. I haven't entertained the trolls in about 2 weeks. So that was my entertainment for the trolls. Do better, troll. Do better, man. Go to Walmart, get you an AC unit, man. Put it in the window, man. Leave that box fan alone, man. As long as you got that box fan, you're gonna continue to be miserable, man, out here in these streets. It's hot outside, man. Get up out of that box fan, bro. Get out your mama basement too. Get out your mama basement. Get out your mama basement, big dog. You bringing your girl to your mama basement. You freaking on your girl in your mama basement. Check this out, bro. I don't even know what type of woman you dealing with that would even come to your mama basement to freak on you. Y'all, hey, man, leave me alone, bro. Let me be. Don't mess with me. I don't bother nobody. I don't want no problems. But if it's a problem, no problem. All right? All right. Did Bronny get picked up yet? Did somebody pick up Bronny yet? Did somebody pick up Bronny? Does anybody know if Bronny got picked up before we get out of here? Let's see. Who got drafted number 1? Overall pick, the Atlanta Hawks select Zachary Reisaker with the number 1 overall pick. French player. Never heard of him. Another French dude. Jonathan, email still valid? Yep, email still valid. Yeah, Rich Joe, I don't care about that shit, bro. Like, YouTube is there is a there's a method to YouTube, right? But this space is very small, right? It's very small, but sentiment doesn't determine whether people find you. It all works in your favor, believe it or not, right? Channels grow based off one or two things, either entertainment or information, right? Obviously, this is a sector for information. And if you have good information, people are going to follow and subscribe, right? Obviously, channels that have great information, you'll see growth in their channels. Channels that don't have good information, that people don't identify with, you don't see growth, right? People that have entertainment channels that entertain people when they have good entertainment, channels grow. So there's a bunch of different tools that YouTube uses to determine if they're going to push you out. My level of growth in YouTube is, it's still probably a little bit more room to grow, but I mean, the sentiment is down and, it is what it is. I probably can grow by maybe another 20 more thousand people before I hit that. that ceiling, but people are gonna come for the information. You know, sometimes people are gonna like the information, but they might not like the way you present it to them, right? So that's just the same with business. You know what I'm saying? You can provide a service, and your goal is to make everybody happy. But as long as you're making the majority of people happy, you're winning. But every now and again, there's going to be a customer that's dissatisfied, right? And they may just express their dissatisfaction for no reason, or you may have dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's not going to be satisfied, right? So it is what it is. You just take it with a grain of salt, and you keep moving. But every now and then we gotta do a little entertainment, and we're gonna entertain the trolls a little bit, you know. And that's it. I just don't like the trolls that hide, man. I like the ones that hit the link, man, and come up and express they grievances, man, so we can have some dialogue back and forth. That's what I want, man. But they just won't hit the link, man. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. Let's see. Hey champ, don't let me play you. You cool? Just listen to you. Got this on lock. They don't understand that you're the real deal. Appreciate that, Joseph. Shout out to EA affiliate. Shout out to James Sandman. Brown Goat Logistics. Brown Goat said he never seen a McDonald's close ever. They've been closing lately. I can name a few here in Chicago that's done closed since the pandemic. They've been closing all in California too. I was just listening to a news article this morning. That's why I was talking about it. Yep, they closing all through California. Yep. Yeah, San Francisco is closing a lot of restaurants because of the wage being $20 an hour. Yeah, they closing. McDonald's, see, here's what people don't understand about the restaurant industry. You think the margins are small in trucking. The restaurant industry, they're even smaller. You know, the restaurant industry, man, you got some restaurants that are working on 1% and 2% profit margins, right? So, you know, the margins are very small. I mean, Costas will tell you that. I haven't seen Costas in a minute, but the restaurant industry are very small profit margins, very small profit margins. That's why the restaurant industry is one of the most toughest industries to get into. I'll never open a restaurant. Ever. That's a tough industry to get into. But yeah, you know, and you know, unfortunately, restaurants like fast food, you know, whose whole, you know, business is built on an economical meal. If the cost of the operator are exceeding what, you know, they can charge a consumer. I mean, they can always go up on the price, but don't nobody want to pay. Like some of these fast food restaurants out in California, you getting a basic number one meal, right? For you spending like $18, $19 on it now. And this is a $5, $6, $7 meal, right? So eventually people ain't finna spend $15 on what they accustomed to spending $6 and $7 on for long, right? And either you're gonna raise the price and you're gonna see your business dwindle away, or you know, you just gonna succumb to the fate because the whole business model is an economical meal, and it just doesn't make sense to charge a premium rate for an industry that's built for an economical meal. Like, so McDonald's had this issue, a similar issue to this some years ago, like prior to the pandemic when Uber Eats was first starting. I remember reading how they were feuding, McDonald's was feuding with Uber Eats because Uber Eats charges 30% to restaurants to be on the platform. And that 30% ate up the profit margin. They were operating at a loss. Every single order McDonald's would send out on Uber Eats, they would take a loss on it, right? They were feuding with Uber Eats, like, yo, we can't afford to pay 30% to be on this platform, and we have economical prices. And that's when you saw restaurants, and McDonald's wasn't the only one that was complaining. A lot of restaurants were complaining. They just wasn't as vocal as McDonald's, and McDonald's has a bigger footprint, a bigger platform, bigger soapbox to stand on. And when McDonald's speak, people will listen. And then that's when you start to see the emergence of price increases on Uber Eats and DoorDash versus what you would see when you go into the store. A number one may cost you, let's say at McDonald's in the store, maybe, I don't know, let's say $9 now, right? But on Uber Eats is $18, right? Because they're accounting for that 30% to be on the platform. And plus now you got to pay the service fee. If you don't have a subscription to Uber Eats or the DoorDash, the $9.99. So the service fee, the delivery fee, plus the tip. So an $8-9 meal now costs you $30. And believe it or not, people pay it because they too lazy to take their ass down the street and around the corner to pick up their number one. They was able to get away with it in that aspect because it's more of a convenience. You're paying that 30% that they would charge you so that they wouldn't operate at a loss for being on that platform as a convenience because you was too lazy to get up. But if their operational expenses is exceeding, what they would have to charge to keep consumers coming in, right, for this affordable meal, at the actual brick and mortar, that's not good. That's not good. It's not good at all. So there's a lot going on, man, in just different industries. All together. That's why it's just wise to just stay abreast and just pay attention to just the way things are going in the world, right? And it'll help make you a better business person, right? A better investor. And only 30% go to the Uber driver or DoorDash. Only 30%. So that 30% that they take, it doesn't. Well, I would assume it doesn't all go to the actual service provider, right? Because they have to keep a percentage, right, to maintain the platform. Uber Eats and Uber Freight are the only two sectors that Uber is actually profitable in. They've only been profitable for the actual ride sharing side of their business one quarter, which was Q4 2023. Every single quarter after then and before Q4 2023, Uber, as far as the ride share platform, has operated at a loss. So since 2009, Uber, as far as the ride share, is not turned over a profit except for one quarter, right? So they turned over profit in Q4 2023, Q1 of 2024, no profit. Earnings should be next month for Q2 of 2024, and they're probably not going to be profitable there either. I just don't think that ride sharing, Lyft hasn't turned over a profit. I think that whole ride sharing thing, I just think they're probably never going to turn over a profit, right? I don't think they're going to turn over a profit. Uber Eats is profitable because they already had the platform, they already had the customers from the people who take Uber, right? And they just added that into the actual platform, and they just charge restaurants to be on the platform, and it really, really boomed during the pandemic, right? The pandemic, it was like the perfect time, and they were already had it set up, and there was restaurants on those platforms prior to the pandemic, but the restaurants that tried to stay away because they didn't want to pay the 30%, a lot of the moms and the pops who profit margins are really, really tight, they were forced to use those platforms during the pandemic, which enabled DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats to create a bigger footprint to the point now that these restaurants are relying on them, and they're just a platform. It's not really much involved, and this is why they're able to be profitable as far as Uber Eats and Uber Freight, because they're acting as a broker for the restaurants and acting as a broker, obviously, for the trucking side. For Uber Freight, they're kind of acting as a broker too for the ride share, but the thing I think is messing them up on the ride share is the supply and demand issue. I think because they're so busy trying to find a profit, I really looked into the company to see if it was worth investing into that company, into Lyft or for Uber, but I think the supply and the demand just fluctuates so much. In certain markets where the demand is really high, they have a hard time keeping drivers because the cost of living may be high, and because they're lowering the rates and going up on the passengers, it's hard for them to meet the supply to get the supply to meet the demand, which causes them to do promotions and shit and have to cover the cost of rides to bring in more supply to meet that demand. Because if you study the history of the ride sharing industry when it first commenced back in the early 2010s to the mid 2010s, the wages that they were paying those drivers was high, and the rates for passengers were low. I remember where I live now, the breakfast spot that I go to, I remember paying $7 or $8 to get there back in the day. It's about a 10-15 minute ride. I'm paying $20 to get to that same location right today. So I think because of the fluctuating supply and the demand and having to lower wages and then raise wages, it's just having a hard time, finding that happy median. And I think they're going to continue to struggle with that side of their business. I just don't see how that particular industry can turn profit. And I feel like if they were ever going to turn profitable, one of them would have done it by now. But by both of them still not being profitable, I just don't think it's going to ever happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Do I think it's bad money management? No, I think. Well, you say I answered your question. I don't think it's bad money management. I just think that it's a supply and a demand issue. If they continue to lower the wages for drivers, right, and increase the wages for passengers, here's the thing. Because the passenger rides were so low back in the day and the wages were so high, they had to make the wages high to bring drivers in the platform, right? They made the rides low back in the day when they were coming into these markets to get consumers to use the platform. This ultimately drive out the taxi cab industry. So now by keeping the prices for the consumers low for those first few years and keeping the wages high, everybody was happy. A consumer could get from point A to point B a lot cheaper than it would be if they took a cab. And I remember you had drivers back then making $3,000 and $4,000 a damn week, right? Now, after a few years, they got consumers accustomed to using the platform. The taxi cab industry was pretty much non-existent in certain markets. Now consumers are accustomed to using it. Now they can slowly start increasing the prices, right? What are customers going to do? They can't go hail a taxi cab because taxi cabs now are scarce. They exist, but they're not as prevalent as they once were, right? And they got all these drivers that went out and quit their damn jobs because they were able to make $3,000 or $4,000 a week, right? And they're stuck here now. Now they're lowering the wages for them. So pandemic came, the rates went up because of the demand, right? But now we back to normal, and they back to trying to turn over profit. So every earnings call that I listen to for these companies is just not good, right? So I don't think the rideshare will ever turn over a profit. I just think they're always going to have a supply issue, and they're going to always have to cover the cost of rides because they're going to have to do promotions and things of that nature to entice people to come onto the platform to meet the demand that they've created in these markets. Sounds like depending on people in any business nowadays isn't a good long-term investment. Well, I've been said that. I've been saying that since I've been on YouTube. I think what time is it? I think if you plan on starting a business where you have to depend on people, you need to think long and hard, right? You need to think long and hard. You need to think about the type of business you're looking to do. You need to think about the wages that you're gonna be able to pay. I think you need to think about the scope of the job, right? Because obviously nowadays, the more labor intensive, the less people are gonna want to apply, right? And compare the industry you're in to other industries and other sectors and compare, the wages competitive. If you're in moving, let's say you're gonna pay $20 an hour, let's say in this market, or let's say California, $20 for a mover. Person can go work at McDonald's in California and make $20 an hour now because of the law that Gavin Newsom passed. Person could go work at McDonald's here and make $20 an hour. Person can work at Walmart and make $20-something an hour. So if a person can work at Walmart and just or Target and just get assigned to a section, and all they got to do is act like they're working fluffing T-shirts, or you know, if they're working in the canned good aisle, just make sure they bringing all the canned goods as people buy shit. Bring all this shit to the front and just make sure the shelves is neat and make $21, $22 an hour. Why would a person come put a couch on their back and go up 3 flights of stairs for $22 an hour? Why would a person get on a roof on a hot 90-degree day up there on the roof and risk falling off, you know, up there dealing with that heat, doing that labor-intensive work for $20-something an hour? So you have to really think this through. And this is what I say when you talk about business and planning. A person to go out, start the business because someone said, oh, we'll start a roofing business or start a moving company, right? And yeah, they'll just tell you all the good shit, right? But then they don't tell you about the bad shit, which really ain't bad shit, right? Because this is what a real entrepreneur does. They're going to do a competitive analysis. They're not just going to do a competitive analysis on the competition in the industry. They're going to look at their sector and then compare what they're going to be able to pay the workers in their sector versus other sectors. Is there a sector that a person can make the equal amount of money that I can pay in this sector doing way less work? And if that sector exists where a person can make the same amount of money doing way less work, what makes me think that a person is going to do all this labor-intensive work in my sector where they can go do a fraction of the work in this sector for the same or more pay? And then you start the company because somebody told you, yo, you can make $3,000-$4,000 a day if you get a good 3-4 bedroom move, and then you can't find nobody to work for you. This is why I say it takes a lot, and there's a lot of thought that goes into starting a business other than just that bullshit that your favorite content creator, when they do their reels, they be dropping their shit and they point. If I were to start a moving company right now, to start back up, yes, I'm going to ramp back up with clientele. I'm already got the clientele, right? But I know I'm going to have a hard time finding and keeping workers. I know it. It's a different day and age. It's a different time period. The labor, listen, there was once upon a time when I started where it was easy to find people to do labor intensive work because there was no gig economy. The App Store was only 2 years old. The most you would see on the App Store back in 2010 was games. The App Store wasn't as competitive as it is now. There's tons and tons of apps. Back in 2010, it was only a handful of apps. Uno, Facebook, Instagram wasn't even invented yet. YouTube was a place, like I always say, where people uploaded videos of family vacations. Charlie bit my finger. There was no live streaming yet. That shit hadn't even been invented yet. It was pretty much just games and a few utility apps. A lot of the technology that we use today didn't exist. There was no gig economy. It was either work or be broke. So the people that the world had turned their back on, that no one would give an opportunity to, they were forced to go into labor-intensive sectors. Moving, roofing, cleaning out tankers, jumping in those tankers through that little hole at the top of the tank, going down there, cleaning that tank out in that pitch black, People didn't want to do that shit. The jobs that took felons were the industries that no one wanted to do the work. So they were forced, like myself, to take what the world considered the undesirables. But now the undesirables have options. And even the options that don't want the undesirables, like Uber Eats, guess what? I say it all the time. I order me a little a veggie bowl, and I see Keisha on my app. Keisha light skin with red hair. I'm thinking Keisha finna come deliver me my little veggie bowl. You already know who pull up. He pulled up in the Kia Optima, dark tinted windows, seat leaned back, bumping Boss Man D-Lo. You see the smoke coming out. I already know my veggie bowl, the bag gonna smell like that fire. Mark. All right, big dog, hold on. He don't even want to get out the car. He want me to come out the building, walk to the car, and hand me that shit through the passenger window. And man number 2 in the passenger side with the seat linked back. Listen, they out there tag teaming on the Uber Eats. Keisha ain't nowhere to be found. Keisha done set up the Uber Eats account for her, cause man, he can't pass the background. But the restaurant ain't tripping. Man walk in the restaurant, show the phone. They give him the food. The person on the receiving end ain't tripping. They just want their food. Man, Keisha done set up the account so man can get out the house. Because man just got out. He got to do something. He got to bring some in. It ain't going to be much. But she want him to bring some in. So he go out and he do that. During the day when I order my veggie bowl is Victor or Hector or Pedro. At night is man. Order you something about 11 o'clock at night. I bet you would be man. Pedro and them, they ain't out at night. They getting it through the day. Man out at night, because man can't get up in the morning. Man up all night. Man sleep during the day. Man made me walk out the building. Man too lazy to get out the car. I got the instruction in the app. This the code, man. I'm gonna be downstairs for you anyway, because I don't trust. I had some Uber Eats people. I'm looking at them on the app. I see them pull up, and as soon as they pull up to the front of the building, that thing disappeared. They say delivered. They done took my food, pulled up, and just stole my food, and said they delivered and drove off. So I make sure I downstairs, right? So the undesirables got options now. It ain't like back in the day when they was forced to get their ass up and have to go work. They can go do gig shit now. So it's a different ball game. And this man watching too. Man watching too. The man-mans that's watching, that's in the hitting the thumbs down. The man-mans. Don't get mad at me, man. Hey, man, check this out, man. I appreciate you, man. This is what I'm gonna say in party. All you man-mans that's mad, I appreciate you. I want you to continue to do what's not best for you. Because we need you. I need you to deliver my bowls. I need you to deliver my tofu bowls, right? I need you to continue to do all the things that I don't want to do because I can afford to pay you to do those things for me, right? Continue to do the things that are not in your best interest so you can do all the things that the people that go out and work really, really hard and appropriate our money into the right things, and we know how to operate our business, we know our operational costs, don't have to do, so that you can do those things for us, right? I need you in these positions. I appreciate you. If no one ever told you, I'm going to be the first person to tell you, I appreciate you, man. Continue to hit that thumbs down button because you fucked up. Matter of fact, I'm finna go order me a tofu bowl right now. All right? We need you out here, man. All right? Hey, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me because you made poor decisions. All right? Don't get mad at me because you made poor decisions. Now, if you doing it because you on the come up, because you got to go and you doing this right now so that you can come up so you can go do what is in your best interest, I'm not talking to you. But if you doing this because you just need enough to go get you a tray 5 and a 5th of Saveca, keep up the good work. We need more people on those platforms, man. That way the wait time can get lower, right? The wait time can get lower, right? We need people like you. We need you to do all the things that we don't want to do. And if you feel some type of way in your heart, too bad, all right? Too bad, all right? I'm sorry. Life is about choices and decisions. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me.
Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Got no wife, but the wife be my girl. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. I don't know what y'all been told. Show that look back on the map. What's up? That's what happening there. And you know I keep first. 17.5, same color t-shirt. So what's happening? I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. I'm hustling. Got units in the city. If you want it, come and get it. Work, whoa. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Got no wife, but the wife be my girl. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no wife, but the wife be my girlfriend. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Don't look surprised, they can't hold me. I'm like, oh, bitch, I'm hard to lock up. You can beat me, still hard to lock up. Hit the west side, I made them stand up. CEO, Colonel, whatever they call me. Niggas gain weight, they'll be. They done got fat, it's that time, Jenny Craig. Now they show it low back. Oh, made them stop that, they didn't want that. People will make them suckers lean back, way back. Cause I'm the man, yeah, bitch, I'm the man. Catch me in the club, popping rubber band, cause I can. I like to stun a lot, see me in the parking lot. 6